Hey y'all, it's Lonnie Flowers. I'll be honest, I was a little nervous to get on here and talk about this because everyone has their 2 cents to share on self care. And if you're not doing this or that, then you're doing it wrong. But I promise you that this ain't that. Self care really is a journey. And like many journeys that we'll embark on in this lifetime, we all have different paths to take. So there really isn't a right way. However, oftentimes when we think of self care, we think of face masks or bubble baths, or to the extreme of anything that makes me feel good is self care. While I will not be sharing the ins and outs of my personal self care routine, I would like to offer my perspective that self care encompasses a lot more than just the physical or seemingly instant gratification part that we oftentimes think of. And also that above anything else, that caring for yourself should be your number one priority. I know this may seem a little off brand or, God forbid, hypocritical coming from the girl who's always talking about narcissism. Like, what do you mean I should be putting myself first all the time over everything else? Relax. This is not how to be a narcissist 101, nor am I telling you that your needs and your needs alone matter above everyone else's, or even that you need to be selfish all the time. But the simple fact of the matter is that you cannot pour from an empty vessel, and that the more that you want to give is the more that you must pour into yourself, because no one is going to do it for you. If you're a functional member of society, like you pay your taxes and what have you, then I don't doubt that you know how to get your basic needs met. All I'm saying is that it would be in your very best interest to be intentional on caring for yourself rather than just relying on what makes you feel good. There's always going to be complexities to it, and really these all flow together as one. But to really drive my point that self-care encompasses more than just the bubble bath and face mask fluff that we're all used to hearing about, I divided my self-care categories into 5 groups that we can analyze together. As an aspiring psychologist, you know I had to start you off with the mental because your mental health matters to me. And I believe that that's where it all begins. To be fair, only you knows what's best for your own mental health. But one of my favorite things to do is to spend time alone, specifically outside, in nature. If you're wondering where to start in becoming more intentional, then reconnecting with nature and grounding is your answer. I'm not saying you go for one walk and you'll figure out how to become a millionaire, okay? This is just routine maintenance. If you know me, you know I always have to get spiritual with it. Regardless to your religious beliefs, we all have a spirit, which means we need to care for it. I am a Christian by choice, but I fully understand the concept of just being on a spiritual journey. In my religion, meditation is sometimes frowned upon. There seems to be this idea that meditation opens your mind up to darkness, which to me couldn't be further from the truth. Simply put, meditation helps to organize your mind. It is a way of bringing your energy back to you. How anyone can see this as a bad thing or not useful is beyond me, but I know from experience that it helps. I actually made a video on how to meditate 6 years ago when I first started my channel, but like all my videos from that time, it's hidden because it's super cringe. Anyways, I do want to make another video on meditation in the future because quite literally I would not be here if I didn't know how to meditate. So for now, all you really need to know, and this was one of the best pieces of advice that I received about meditation, is that you're not going to be able to sit silently for an hour plus straight when you first begin. It's a process that you have to work up to. But honestly, 5 to 10 minutes is fine if you're just trying to recalibrate. So just sit comfortably, close your eyes, relax your body, focus on your breathing, and let your mind wander. Don't, I repeat, don't try to control your thoughts. Just let the answers come to you. Anything else that you want to know about meditating before I drop that video, I encourage you to further research on your own. As you can see, when I get down the spiritual rabbit hole, I can go on forever. So now let's get into the tangible aspect of self-care, the physical, which I've broken down into 2 parts, starting with the external. As much as I admire the minimalist lifestyle, I can be a bit of a collector of things. And if I don't put said things back in their respective places, well, it gets messy. And as I'm sure you may have heard before, messy room equals messy mind. It's safe to say that I've had quite a bit of practice organizing my space as well as other people's spaces. So take it from me when I say that cleaning your space is top tier self-care, because your personal space is an extension of you. Which brings me to you and the conventional what we think of when we hear self-care, caring for the body, inside and out, but mostly internal. Of course, I want to go get massages, facials, and mani-pedis every week, and it would definitely be considered self-care. But you're not going to forget to do any of that stuff, especially not if you have the means to keep up with that lifestyle. You might, however, forget to stay hydrated, take your vitamins, or go to the gym. Being that I'm not a dietitian, personal trainer, or doctor for that matter, I cannot make you a meal or exercise plan or tell you what vitamins or supplements that I think you should take. I can tell you that your health is a non-negotiable when it comes to your self-care. And while there's definitely levels to it, if you're not incorporating your personal fitness and your nutrition into your self-care routine, something's wrong. If you don't have any aspirations in life and you're just living until you eventually die, then don't worry about anything I just said, because it's simply too much work. But if you want to be better tomorrow than today and every day after that, then goal setting needs to be a part of your self-care routine. Get a planner, make a plan, stick to the plan to the best of your ability. Meet yourself where you're at, start there. And if you fail, good, get up, keep going. God bless you.